Hey everyone, how's it going? Gummorex here. Yes, that is my giant bear. Excited to talk to you guys today about Aokiji or Kuzan being a revolutionary. So the main points here revolve around the Baltigo incident and no one from the Revolutionary Army getting captured. We have Lindbergh with his awfully suspicious cool shooter weapon, and then we have Aokiji's interactions with GARP throughout the series. So after the Dressrosa situation, Sabo and Koala, etc. head back to Baltigo, where the Revolutionary Army was stationed, or their headquarters at least. And here we find out that Burgess actually was on their ship and also came with them to Baltigo. Burgess then contacts Lafitte, who gets a hold of Blackbeard, and Burgess says, "I found the Revolutionary Army's base. Bring everyone. Let's take this thing down." And yes, Blackbeard's crew ends up wiping out Baltigo, but they don't capture anyone in the Revolutionary Army, and the whole One Piece community finds this very suspicious. And with this, the idea goes that Burgess contacted Blackbeard, Blackbeard told Aokiji, and then Aokiji actually went and told Dragon. Dragon got a heads up about it, and they were able to escape without anyone getting captured from Baltigo and that incident. So during the Dressrosa arc, Luffy, or Lucy, actually runs right past Burgess, and Burgess is talking to Blackbeard, and he mentions, "I don't trust Aokiji." So I think that at the time, Burgess didn't trust Aokiji, but I think that Blackbeard currently did. So I think that when Burgess informed Blackbeard of where Baltigo was, Blackbeard did actually tell Aokiji where it was, and Aokiji was able to inform Dragon just in time to save them and make sure no one got captured during this ambush by the Blackbeard pirates. So now the suspicion builds around Aokiji being a revolutionary, and we start to look back through all the panels of the One Piece series, and we find interesting things like when Luffy was on La's submarine and they were escaping Marineford, and the ice just gets close to him but doesn't quite take them out. We start to think that these things might be a little placed. Speaking of Aokiji's ability, in Chapter 904 we're introduced to Lindbergh, and we find Lindbergh has his cool shooter weapon, which he can shoot at enemies and freeze parts of their body. It's awfully suspicious that first we learn that Kizaru's weapon was manipulated by Vegapunk to be put into the Pacifista. Second, we find out that Aokiji has this giant battle with Akainu, leaves the Marineford, and then shortly afterwards we were introduced to Lindbergh, who talks about, "Oh, I've got this new weapon that I'm excited to try out," and then we're introduced to this cool shooter. So I think this all ties together. I think that Lindbergh is a scientist. He's able to manipulate Aokiji's ability and put it into weapons, just like we've seen Vegapunk do with Kizaru. Oda doesn't place these things on accident. I think that they're all foreshadowing and they're tied together, and Lindbergh's weapon is actually built off of Aokiji's power. Next, we get into how Aokiji was able to join the Revolutionary Army so easily, or so quickly, essentially, and it's because Aokiji does have background ties with Dragon. Yes, they were both in the Marines. We know that GARP wanted Dragon to join the Marines when he was younger, so we can kind of assume this with Dragon's history. He was at least briefly in the Marines, so I think he built a relationship with Aokiji. We know that Aokiji, you can check out this panel here, really looked up to GARP, so I think there's this relationship between GARP, Aokiji, and Dragon, and that is why Dragon has these connections with Aokiji. Aokiji can quickly jump right into the Revolutionary Army and start to have these secretive ties to build the Revolutionary Army into what it will become later in the One Piece series here. With this, I just want to quickly mention that GARP is a just guy. He feels bad in situations where we see a lot of the other Marines not feeling bad, and now GARP is taking Kobe, for example, under his wing. He's bringing up the new generation to be just. We know that Aokiji looked up to GARP, so we can kind of relate Aokiji being a good guy as well, and because of these family relations, Aokiji's a good guy. He's going to end up being with Dragon in the Revolutionary Army. Excited to see how this all plays out, guys. So between the Baltigo incident, Lindbergh's awfully suspicious cool shooter weapon, Aokiji's ice attack not quite reaching La's submarine, and Aokiji's ties to Dragon and his respect and admiration for GARP, what do you guys think? Do you think that Aokiji is a revolutionary? Do you think that Blackbeard does truly trust Aokiji, even though Burgess kind of hinted him off and said, "I don't trust Aokiji personally"? Comment down below, guys. I'd love to start a discussion. Definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. Smash that like button if you like the material. While you're there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Excited to hear from you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.